It's flowing, the car turns like on a Nikki. It's just powerful. Every time you change the gear up, it just goes forward and forward and forward. It's like brilliant. From the last few nationals till now, my confidence went just up and up. So we'll try and check what the car does at the end of the day.
Stage 3, Singdam 1, is a repeat of stage 1, but in the opposite direction. 19.2 kilometers of dirt ahead of us. Another serious challenge as we go to Haig Smith looking backwards from his car. It's an interesting view. We haven't had that before. Currently lying in second position overall by that margin of 0.7 of a second. And he would set the benchmark time. Trott in fifth position after stage 2, but he would lose a lot of time, giving away about 16 seconds. Now we go on board with Snyders in third position after stage 2, but just 1/10 of a second behind Haig Smith as we go past the stricken car of Henk Latergan. And they would go fastest by 1.2 seconds in this stage. On board with the impressive Morne Janse van Rensburg, currently leading overall. Small margin, but he's still there. He's a previous class winner in Class A5, and in fact he finished second in Class A5 last year. And he would go even faster by 1.2 seconds. Guy Bottrell now, a circuit racing man, doing very well in rallying this year, currently lying in fourth position after stage 2. Chris de Wit now making a comeback. He's a multiple class winner in classes N2, N3 and A7. As we go to Stefanie Botha, a very impressive 6th overall at this point. Megan Verlaak, the second car in class S1400 after those tyre problems in stage 1, but making up time. Ian Young leading that class still. Paul Franken in his first season in national rallying and coming to grips with the conditions. Van Rensburg takes that stage by a margin of 1.2 seconds over Snyders, who now moves up into second place behind Van Rensburg by 2 seconds. Stage 4 now. It's a super special, Winterhoek A, 2.68 kilometers of tar. And this is where two cars go head-to-head next to each other to see who sets the fastest time. First up, it's Snyders versus Trott. And the crowd should be given a good spectacle as these two compete very, very hard against each other. Nice around the hairpin there for Christoph Snyders. Quite tricky with these front-wheel drive cars because they tend to understeer a lot. Difficult to get... Oh! That was a hard hit against the curb. And the replay shows that that left rear wheel is not even turning. So serious damage there, and he will lose a lot of time in the process. Can't be easy to drive like this. So Trott takes that one by a huge margin. Now, Bottrell on the left-hand side of your screen versus Janse van Rensburg. This should be interesting. Guy Bottrell, of course, with his circuit racing background, should do well on tar. Janse van Rensburg has been very impressive so far on his home ground. And that's why I say it's difficult, because you can get bogged down so easily if you can't get the momentum to carry you around it using the handbrake turn in the hairpins. So Ashley Haig Smith takes that one by 3.4 seconds. That means that Janse van Rensburg now leads Bottrell by 6.5 seconds. At the end of day 1, Ashley Haig Smith has a 19.8 seconds margin over Guy Bottrell. Morne Janse van Rensburg down in third, but still in the battle. Down in sixth place after losing a lot of time in stages 4 and 5, Christoph Snyders. Ian Young still leading S1400. Day 2 of the Volkswagen Rally, stage 6. That's the PE Oval 1, the first running of this stage. 10.25 kilometers of dirt, very wet and slippery conditions. Ashley Haig Smith as the overnight leader, leading the field. Just look at that. It is absolutely amazing, all that mud and the conditions that they have to deal with. Leading by almost 20 seconds at the moment. Guy Bottrell and Van Heerden in the Yato Tools Toyota Runnix. And followed by Janse van Rensburg and Fourie in the GC Diesel Volkswagen Polo. Third at the moment by a margin of 38.5 seconds. Trott and Kutsia in the team total Toyota Runnix, looking at improving on their fourth position. Stage 7 now is a repeat of yesterday's stage 1, Culturama 2, over 19.25 kilometers of dirt. And Ashley Haig Smith leading now by 23.7 seconds. It's a manageable margin. Guy Bottrell is in second position overall. He'd like to close that gap now, but unfortunately for him, he goes 5 seconds slower on the stage. Janse van Rensburg in third position, and he sets the fastest time in the stage. Craig Trott in fourth place. Chris de Wit, after stage 6, he's in sixth position, and Paul Franken in seventh place. Ian Young still leading Class S 1400 by more than 2 minutes at this point, but he's being caught by Megan Verlaak. Stefanie Botha in a very impressive fifth position overall, and here is Megan Verlaak, and she takes an impressive 1 minute 43 seconds off class leader Ian Young. Snyder's now in 10th position overall after his disaster in stage 4 and 5 yesterday. And as we go on board, it looks like it's the end of the road for them. He's definitely slowing down.
Sorry guys, we're without petrol in stage 7. Rally's over.
Tough luck there for them. Morne Janse van Rensburg takes this stage by only 7/10 of a second. Haig Smith now leads Bottrell by 28 seconds. The first servicing of the day, and it's a good thing because the monster 34-kilometer stage is ahead.
I'm going as hard as I can go. I'm on the limit of the car with the broken shock. And the guys are just a little bit quicker than me every stage, about 5 or 6 seconds. So I just got to maintain and just try and get the car to the end.
Got a flat wheel in the rim, turned and hit the shock and broke the shock, so we had a really not so good stage there, and I'm just, this game's so hard. One stage you're leading, one stage you're out completely,
Stage 8 now, repeat of yesterday's stage 2. It's Kingsview 2 over 34.29 kilometers. And once again they face this huge challenge. It's quiet in the forest, but not for long. Oh, Ashley Haig Smith, that must have been a frightening accident. Certainly the car must have rolled over to get that tree stump in through the windshield. They must be lucky to get away with it. The car slowing down. Well, that could be a problem for Guy Bottrell, who is likely to take over the lead, but he's going to catch them. And the dust could be a problem for them. Guy Bottrell looking very solid. Janse van Rensburg up into second position now after Haig Smith's problems. Interestingly, he's a diesel fuel injection apprentice, and that's Haig Smith parked next to the road, so clearly they are out of the event. Craig Trott up into third position now, and he would set the second fastest time behind Bottrell, 9.4 seconds slower. Father and son, Chris and France de Wit from KwaZulu-Natal. Interestingly, France won the regional Clubman's class last year as a driver. Paul Franken staying on the road. He's a first-year quantity surveying student. Stefanie Botha still in a very strong fifth position overall. On board now with Ian Young leading the S1400 class, being chased very hard by Megan Verlaak. Oh, I thought he was going to that corner too fast, and that's the result. And Megan Verlaak now likely to be the only remaining car in S1400. The tyre and wheel marks very clearly there. There's Ian Young's car, so that's confirmation that they are out. Bottrell takes the stage by 9.4 seconds from Craig Trott, and he leads Janse van Rensburg now by just over 23 seconds.
You're packing up here. Where's Ashley?
Well, I believe he's about 5k from the end. We're not too sure what happened, but believe it's a broken shock absorber, and that means the drive shaft broke as well. That's my understanding.
Oh, Morne, this engine mount seems to be a problem for you now.
Yeah, I was struggling with gears the whole time because the engine is lying skew. So we were struggling with fifth and second the whole time. But we were pushing hard on it. We came past Ashley and them, they're all right. So we'll see the next 3 stages what's going on.
When I caught Ashley, I had a brake problem. One of my brake pipes burst at the back, so I only had front brakes. And I thought I was in the bush because Morne was pretty close behind me. And I believe Morne also had a problem, so I think I've inherited the lead.
For the last stage, I had 30 seconds to catch on Ian Young, and I sort of spoke to him a little bit before the stage, and it seemed to have worked. He rolled out, so I've taken the lead, so I'm leading my class.
Back to the PE Oval for the second running of the stage today. 10.25 kilometers of dirt and mud. Guy Bottrell now leads by 52 seconds after he won the previous stage, stage 9. So he can manage that gap and is well on his way to his second consecutive victory. Janse van Rensburg currently in second position. Interestingly, his grandfather used to organize this event in years gone by. As we go on board with him, oh dear, he's slowing down. I wonder if those broken engine mountings have something to do with this. I'm pretty sure. And he's out of the rally. Craig Trott coming into the stage in 3rd position overall, so obviously he will now move up into 2nd place, and he will be very happy with that. Chris de Wit in 4th position, now up to 3rd position. And interestingly, he's a model train enthusiast. Paul Franken moves up to 4th position. He would be very happy with that. And in his spare time, he does some kite surfing. Megan Verlaak, as we said, the only remaining car in Class S 1400, on her way to her 3rd class victory of the season. Bottrell once again takes that stage, extends his lead over Trott by 4 seconds, bringing it to a very healthy 1 minute 37.9. The final stage at Kings Beach, a very, very popular stage every year. Huge enthusiastic crowd, great atmosphere. So a second consecutive victory for Guy Bottrell and Skalk van Heerden over Craig Trott and Robbie Coetzee. Megan Verlaak and Lorraine du Plessis in an excellent 4th, and also winning S1400.
It was an awesome result. We had a tough day. Even on the last stage, I had a broken diff, so I just had to take it easy. But, I brought the car home, and, we were the quickest to the end of the line, so we won the day.
I'm very excited. At least it gives me a chance to be leading the class, so I am very happy.
Drivers' Championship, Craig Trott now goes to the top, 11 points ahead of Christoph Snyders, with Guy Bottrell moving into 3rd. The Co-Drivers' Championship, Robert Coetzee has the same margin over Celeste Snyders. The 5th round of the South African Junior Rally Championship was proudly brought to you by Volkswagen.